Hello and welcome. I'm Daffy Roth and this is Blasphemous for the PC. In our last episode, we did the arcade machine, basically the Fortress of Despair, Blasphemous Fortress of Despair. Completed that, got the 5 masks as well as the skins. Yeah, I already had the skins, but let's see, what else did we do? We finished out the tithing for the church, so that's done. And we finished up the fight and got the right eye. So now we're going to work on the rooftops here of the cathedral and go from there. But first, let's go down. Hey. Okay. You've acquired the trapezium of Jeremiah the Hangman. Jeremiah Schwinger took the lives of thousands of prisoners for decades, trusting that his work was sacred. When doubt invaded his mind, remorse ravaged him. Oh my. Forgot to equip the let's drop this.
Oh, behold, gracious lady, a visitor. Oh, please forgive me, penitent one. You stand in the presence of Socorro, our pious lady of the perpetual agony. Isn't she majestic? She's a miracle in herself, unceasing, eternal. She suffers for all of us, day by day, with no rest, with no end. She is our living miracle, a true example of holiness.
All right. I think so. Mark of the First Refuge. I think I did read this, but just to clarify, we'll get all 3 and then we'll come back here. So we have the option to kill her or basically get the 3 marks of suffering. So we want to get the 3 marks of suffering. All right. To the rooftops we go. Jeez. Required the ribs of Sabnuk the Guardian. The anointed legion included Sabnuk among its ranks, guardian and bearer of the sigil of the Twisted. He fiercely protected the gates of town even after chaos had arisen. We can't go up. Yes, now we can. Gosh. Dude, eat a dick. Arc of the Second Refuge. Sign of protection that protected its bearer from all harm, the pious lady of the perpetual agony locked herself in the great cathedral, as well as a lightweight barrier compared to the constant pain that clouded her mind. So what we'll do is we'll read those back to back when we go and actually go to put them in there, so we kind of get the whole story. Wow, look, the dick's all just hanging out. Oh, I see what I mean. But we'll go up and then we'll come back. Ew, man. That's a jump star. Don't like that. The Lunate of Kaya the Butcher. His nickname, the Butcher, was owed not to his occupation, but to his vicious combat skills as a soldier. Not even corruption seemed to alter his disturbed personality. There is the metal tree, erected as guardian of the bridge. That tree, with its eroded bark, is a symbol of His Holiness's final communion with the miracle. Facing this eternal dusk, I will wait until I depart towards the other side of the dream. From what I gather, those guys are actually like the assassins who came in and killed all of the guys in the whatchamacallit, the Silent Brotherhood. Do I want to do this right now? No, we'll save this. We'll come back and do this after we finish up the rooftops. Yes, this probably just dumps right on top. And we are going to go. Mark of the Third Refuge. A sign of protection that prevented the suffering of its bearer. The grievous lady was wrapped in crimson mantles, a symbol of her length of Nice. This increases the power of the makeup over its key. hell just hit me? Ah, you dick. Okay, so we do need to fall down, but yeah, screw it, we'll go. It's this thing. Ugh. I'm sorry, guys, I can't do these, man. Just. Ugh. But like I said, I got to the fourth one, and by the time you get to the fourth one, it's just so ridiculous, and you're having to stirring my teeth. In particular, having to jump on the ladders that are moving consistently. Especially when you have the 1 minute culpa that's unlocked that I never use. The one that you jump and you drop down. I can never get it to work when I need it to, but yet come on. What? Teleportation. Got it. Fucking kidding me. I guess we can do this. Try this again. Actually, no, we don't need to. Yes, we do. Oh, look, it finally worked. Isn't the Cantate Jondo of the Three Sisters. A song incapable of resounding in any human throat, there was never a voice able to intone this prayer, which tries in vain to emulate the rumbling of the colossal inverted iron spiral. Its cyclopean roar destroys organs and shatters bones, gravely harming nearby enemies. It really doesn't. Still need. Oh, you know what? I can't. So that's right. I do need to go to the prison. You need the key of the secular to open this door. Oh, I hate these guys so much. Actually, you know what? Why don't we do this? We'll go and turn in all of these. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Oh, actually, I could do that part too. I didn't think about that.
She suffers for all of us, day by day, with no rest, with no end. She is our living miracle, a true example of holiness.
All right. So we'll start with the first one. Sign of protection that freed its bearer from pain. The wounds appeared in the flesh of their lady, who once swore to suffer instead of her wards. Socorro spent her childhood in a village which lined a route to the church that church prisoners, condemned for their crimes and sins, frequently traversed. From the window of her room, she could see how these prisoners climbed a hill in a line so that when they reached the summit, they would be ready for the punishments and physical tortures reserved for them until they died. This is a second refuge, sign of protection that protected its bearer from all harm. The pious lady of the perpetual agony locked herself in the great cathedral, its walls a lightweight barrier compared to the constant pain that clouded her mind. Hearing the distant cries of the damned day and night turned Socorro into such a compassionate person that she devoted all her time to praying for those punished. So much did she pray for them to be freed from their pain and suffering that she dared ask the miracle that the physical pain that they were suffering be passed on to her. Mark of the third refuge, sign of protection that prevented the suffering of its wearer. The grievous lady was wrapped in crimson mantles, a symbol of her link to the flesh of her wards. As the legend goes, the wounds of lashes, cuts, and blows received by the condemned began to appear on Socorro's body, and still she prayed for them, despite all that pain transferred to her, thus freeing the condemned from their suffering. So many injuries and so much pain were transferred to her that her body began deforming and drowning completely in wounds and bleeding bruises. but without causing her death. Her cries were so deafening that news of this miraculous event soon spread around the land.
A tear has rolled off her cheek. Could it be that her torment has diminished? Ah, poor lady. A tear has rolled. Ah, poor. The lady. 3 penitents that communed with the miracle clamored for her refuge and protection. Those souls for which she suffered have already departed to the other side of the dream. Has the holy commandment of my lady finished? Penitent one, whom shall I watch over now?
I think we need to go back to... Yeah, okay, he's gone. All right, so... So, here we have 2 choices. He'll jump off the bridge or the thing into his death. There's an achievement for if you have the walking guy there at the same time. Otherwise, we'll go to the church. Now they should say, hey, we haven't seen this guy in a while.
Then thou hast already met Cleofas. He was once a member of this congregation. One woeful day he broke his vows and left upon hearing the news that a miracle had occurred. We never heard from him again. Please give him this. It will mean a lot to him.
You have acquired the cord of true burying. Braided rope from which hangs a medallion of worn bronze with the emblem of the Order of the True Burial. Whomever you are, I address my exhortation to you, who, renouncing your will, embrace obedience as the first key to humility. Only those who are whole will cross over to the other side of the dream. These words, pronounced by our first master, would become our illustrious rule. We brothers, with our holy purpose of recollection and burial, will dedicate ourselves with complete devotion to such cause, it being our first thought at dawn and our last thought at bedtime.
I love the mercy incarnate in her, and her, the daughter of mercy itself. How can I love the others more than holiness itself? The order, I remember it. Its rule was my rule some time ago. My thoughts are forlorn, penitent one. I need to pray. Thank you, penitent one, in silence. It is my duty to watch over the others in the absence of Our Lady. The order awaits me.
Don't give him, give him that. He'll jump. And go splat. You know what? I think I have enough to get this Quicksilver done real quick. And that should finish off that.
With this Quicksilver, I bless the mixture that will recover your spilled blood. For your own sake, leave me alone. There is no need to think about what is about to happen.
Gross. So I think he's got like a Benjamin Button thing where like he starts off as he gets born out of the chest, starts off as an old man, and then it's a cycle. At least that's from what I understand anyways. All right. Now to the church.
Time outside these walls passes by strangely. In sundowns we need not contemplate, but if your penance happens to carry you under set skies, be so kind as to bring us some ingredients for our ointments. Sorrowful be the heart.
Penitent one in charity, this is my new home, and from here shall my vigil begin anew. Take these words I managed to transcribe from the voice of Our Lady amid suffering, so they can become a prayer which you can raise in her memory.
I know of the thorned hairs.
Blesses you, penitent one in the righteous path. The order blesses you.
Tendo to your thorned hairs. Summons the help of the thorned dame who protects the penitent one from all evil for a short while. If your name is Tetudia, she who left to join the nuns, do not grieve or endure affliction, for with your unjust damnation the miracles you gave us. If your hair has turned to bramble that on your pale neck draws blood, do not grieve to endure affliction. For we present you with this song that might tear away each thorn. All right, so that wraps up all of that. I mean, honestly, you know what? I think we can do one more thing. I don't think that I need to worry about... I don't think there's anything else where I need to have. All right, so we have the broken left eye of the traitor, eyeball forged in gold, torn from the socket of a beast. From the depths, the traitor was banished to this world, condemned to remember the truth he had dared to gaze upon. One of the eyes was delivered to the sea, and no more was heard of it. But the waters that engulfed it became the burial ground of any vessel that ventured to sail through them. A curse on you, a curse on your shadow beneath the dark waters that writhes around knotted in strange hieroglyphs. A curse on your white scales that reflect pale light of our moons. A curse on the jewels that adorn your shapeless necks, and a curse on you on the eye, your golden eye that beckons to men and storms to die before you. Severed right eye of the traitor, an eyeball of solid gold that adorned the scythe of Isidora, the singer of the dead. Condemned to an eternity of deep-rooted darkness, the melted face of the traitor was also robbed of his eyes, for he had seen too much. The lady of the ossuary was charged to watch over him, and the bones that used to sing with her found a new tomb in the darkest of corners. The children opened the doors of their houses and ran out after her, shouting, "Isidora! Sing to us, Isidora!" But still dressed in one of her flamboyant stage outfits, Isidora did not sing to them that night. Instead, she headed towards the cemetery and stopped before the entrance to the crypt that connects to the ossuary beneath the old church of Albero. The intrigued children fell silent behind the iron gates, and it was then that she began to intone verses that no one had ever heard before. After a short while, another distant voice could be heard, accompanying the sad melody from the depths of the crypt, forming a beautiful yet mournful duet. The lady then walked through the stone archway, closing the door behind her. As her voice faded into the distance, more and more voices joined with her, as if a great choir of dozens were awaiting her at the bottom of the steps. When the song came to an end and they heard the final strains rise up from beneath the ground, the children walked away with tears in their eyes, and the cemetery recovered its usual silence. Never again was the singing lady seen, and ever since she had been remembered as Isidora, the lady of the ossuary and the voice of the dead.
Oh, even in this place, beneath so many floors, I am bedazzled. But blessed be the light whose intensity blinds, for behind it lies always a seed of virtue. Find my other eye, O merciful penitent one. You have found my eyes. Now I can see this terrible place, this prison of what I am, and have been for so very long. Penitent one, listen carefully. In the most fervent souls, in the most devout hearts, lives the seed that lulls the consciousness and controls the will. They are the links of invisible chains that hail from remote, sacred, and forbidden places, from where the high wills dwell. I am going to give you that which I have been protecting since I was banished from the dream. Here, take it. This is the true heart of your guilty blade. With this heart, you will awaken the true guilt of your sword, enabling you to pierce the hearts shrouded by the miracle's veil. Cast off the chains from the soul whose profession of faith, engraved on her helmet, is the truest, most righteous, and unwavering of all. The soul of Chrysanta, of the rapt agony. And in this way, you will inflict the greatest of all wounds upon her. The wound to the soul. The greatest of all wounds. With this heart cast off the soul, and in this the greatest.
Okay. That's creepy. I follow you. Oh, there. The apodictic parts of the mea culpa. I don't know how to pronounce that. The true core of the guilty blade, hijacked before the very birth of the sword. It transforms a tool into a weapon that can challenge the intentions of the powers that created it, completing the blade forever. It increases a sword's strength, making it able to fulfill its true purpose. 4 was the number of the Father's greatest devotees. 4 who witnessed the first miracle. 4 who prayed before the young man who twisted and contorted as his joints took root in the towering tree. 4 who heard the 3 words uttered by the Father just before his last breath. 4 who admired how the knotted tree from which liquid gold flowed grew. 4 who were the witnesses to the first miracle, but only one of whom could see the miracle itself. He saw its form, fate, and origin, a divine trinity, the High Wills. Alright, well, with that, we have pretty much, I believe, all the pieces we need for the true ending. One more thing here.
Head for the library of the negated world.
He just... Okay. Well, okay. Well, that being said, in our next episode, we're going to go ahead and we'll head to the prison. What's it called? The Wall of the Holy Prohibitions. So we'll head there and knock out this final part here. We have everything that we need. So, at least for the true ending, we just got to find 4 more of the babies and knock out this final portion, and then we're good. So, all right, friends. Well, outside of that, that's all I got. So until next time, stay safe out there, stay true to yourselves, and God bless. Okay, bye-bye.